that whatever movie it is, or whatever movie comes, I'll review them. I'll review them all. Cut! How you doing, guys? This is Dr. Film. For this review, I shall be taking a look at one of the most anticipated action movies since 2017, and that is known as John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. Directed by Chad Stahelski, this is the third installment in the John Wick series. This takes place after the events of the second installment, where John Wick is facing off against the organization's ruthless assassins, cause he, without hesitation, killed a member of the high table from the second movie. This, of course, makes him a $40 million bounty, so it races against time to find a way to survive the hunt. Warning, there will be spoilers ahead, or else the Baba Yaga
Baba Booey
will come after you. I'm just kidding, there's no boogeyman. Or is there? Keanu Reeves is still an epic actor as he was in the first two films. Not to mention that he does 85 to 90% of the stunt work in this film. This character doesn't get a break, does he? You feel sympathy towards him. Like you want to give him a lemonade or something.
Lemonade mouth.
Cause he lost his wife, his puppy, his house, and he's being hunted down by the same organization that he worked for. How does he keep up? But he won't be alone in this fight, for he has help from Sophia, played by Halle Berry, or Halle Berry. Halle Berry. Let's just call her Berry. In fact, in preparation for this film, she not only trained with dogs, but with Keanu Reeves in weapons training and fight choreography. And boy, does she kick some serious butt. However, her performance seems odd sometimes. I'm not saying it's bad or good, I'm just saying it's average. But of course, we have new characters for this installment, such as the Adjudicator, who's by far one of the creepiest antagonists you've ever met. She's creepy, emotionless, and she's not the kind of person you want to be stuck in an elevator with. John Wick will also be facing Zero, played by Mark Dacascos, or Dacascos. Why are names so complicated these days? Not only does he fight really good, he's also incredibly funny, and his interactions with John Wick is pretty genuine. It's good to have you back. I'm Vin Diesel.
I am Steve Rogers.
And you might be wondering, gee, this guy looks familiar from somewhere. Maybe he's the host of Iron Chef? Yeah! A chef and a karate. Who knew? Now you think that the story is pretty much about John Wick trying to survive the hunt, but the story evolves into a new level that we're witnessing. For instance, we see how coins were made, how John Wick received his training since he was an orphan, and how far the organization expands not only in New York City, but in Morocco. What's next? Canada? Eh? And speaking of Canada, Canadian bacon. I wonder what it tastes like. And it shows how consequences transpire to those who helped John Wick in the past. Such as the Bowery King, played by Laurence Fishburne, since he helped John Wick, killed Satino in the second installment by giving him 7 bullets. And he of course receives the worst kind of punishment. You hate to see this guy go down like that. Morpheus, you are more than just a leader. You are our father. The movie showcased how John Wick can fight really well against henchmen, gunmen, and ninjas. Freaking ninjas! Who knew? The action also adds a fun new element where John Wick has to use anything at his disposal that doesn't include guns or bullets, such as a motorcycle, books, knives.
These knives can kill people and I'm just the man to do it.
Even a freaking horse! And trust me guys, you don't want to mess with a horse. It'll end pretty quickly, and very badly. And how sick it was to see Halle Berry fighting alongside him with her trained dogs. However, I feel like that the people that John Wick is fighting is waiting in their place to see if John Wick can hit them. Remember the tall guy?
Yeah, tall guy, not that good looking, needed saving.
Named Ernest? When he faces John Wick, it was pretty gritty and intense. But the more I look back at it, it made me realize that Ernest could have done more than just grabbing John Wick's head. He could have punched him, kicked him in the knee, or put him in the headlock. Come on, man, use anything. You're an assassin for crying out loud. So John agrees to team up with Winston to go against the high table. And so the climax begins with the first wave of the high table. This was awesome. Just awesome. It's got great direction, great settings, and it leaves a remarkable fight scene between John Wick against Zero and his ninjas. Alright, as soon as the dust settled, Winston and the Educator make peace with one another. But, to my surprise, Winston shoots John Wick and falls off the building of the hotel. When I first saw that scene, I was thinking like, no, this is not how it ends. No, after all these years, no, come on, no. But as the film progresses, we find out that John is still alive. Oh, his Pitbull is still alive, thank God. He's been taken down the sewers to meet with a Bowery King. Ah, you thought the old board could stay down. No, sir or ma'am, you are wrong. So the Bowery King explains to John that he's sick of how the organization treats them, and that he's really pissed off of what happened to them. And he declares to go to war against the High Table. And John Wick says, yeah. And the scene closes, ending the movie. Oh my god, this ending is next to the Avengers Infinity War ending, because this film makes me even more excited for the next chapter. Overall, John Wick 3 is a great addition to the series. It's got memorable characters, an embracing story, and off-the-rail action. This film hits a 9 out of 10. So that was my review, John Wick 3. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I love the film. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, I insist. Welcome to the family. And check out my previous review, which was Detective Pikachu. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. And of course, I will see you guys at our next appointment. Listen, whenever you need me, give me a call. See ya.